Welcome to today's What Will Move the Market show. I'm your host Prem. It's Friday, October 10, 2025, and here is everything you need to know as the markets open for today. Wall Street cooled after a strong run, with all the major US indices closing lower. The Dow Jones Industrial Average fell 243 points, or 0.5%, to close at 46,358. The S&P 500 slipped 0.3%, settling at 6,735, while the Nasdaq dipped 18 points, or 0.1%, ending at 23,024. Key drivers included a lack of new economic data due to the federal government shutdown, so investors shifted focus to third-quarter earnings and central bank commentary. Delta Airlines jumped after posting strong future expectations, while PepsiCo's earnings also provided some support. However, profit-taking flows set in, especially in equities, leading to corrections in high-flying stocks like Dell Technologies. The materials sector saw the biggest decline, with housing and home-building stocks underperforming due to concerns about margins and demand, while consumer staples were the lone gainers. After hours, market participants remain attentive to speeches from Federal Reserve officials and waiting to see any signs of a resolution on the shutdown or new catalysts for movement. Indian ADRs closed with a mixed bias overnight, reflecting both resilience and select weakness. Infosys ADR finished at 17.06, up 1.9%. Minus HDFC Bank ADR gained 0.5%, closing at 34.77. ICICI Bank ADR nudged higher, up 0.4% at 30. These moves give Indian investors confidence, particularly in IT and banking stocks, as US tech and consumer sectors showed strength even in a risk-off environment. Asian markets are starting the day on a softer note. Japan's Nikkei 225 is trading at 48,333, down nearly 250 points, reflecting mild profit booking after recent record highs. But the overall technical tone remains bullish. Hong Kong's Hang Seng is in the red as well, currently sitting around 26,728, following declines in banking and financials amid ongoing corporate news. Meanwhile, the Shanghai Composite is stronger, last quoted near 3,934, up about 1%, driven by momentum in local tech and mining shares and a bullish technical setup. Turning to India, GIFT Nifty is indicating a flat to slightly negative start for domestic stocks, opening at 25,222, down about 37 points from the previous close. This signals some caution for Indian market participants at the open, with bulls on watch to defend key support levels. Overall, Asian sentiment this morning is mixed, with Japan and Hong Kong seeing some selling pressure, while Shanghai holds firm. For Indian investors, early signals are for a steady but somewhat cautious start, as the market waits for additional cues from global and domestic news flow. Global headlines are dominated by the US dollar's powerful rally, now up above 2% for the week. The Trump administration's Middle East peace plan was agreed by both Israel and Hamas, potentially easing some geopolitical risk. US efforts to aid Ukraine and resolve regional conflicts signal renewed engagement from Washington, and this has sparked a rebound in risk appetite among investors. Commodity markets also responded to the strong US dollar, with gold sharply correcting, falling more than $100 from record highs and silver slipping after crossing the 50 mark. The Japanese yen rebounded in risk-off flows, while major FX pairs declined against the greenback, signaling renewed dollar dominance. On the energy front, traders remain watchful for today's Canadian employment data and RBA Governor Bullock's speech, which could move currency and commodity markets later in the day. Back home, the Sensex closed at 82,172, and Nifty 50 rose to 25,182 yesterday, both posting solid gains. IT, pharma and metal stocks led the rally, supported by strong institutional buying. Domestic investors continued their accumulation while foreign investor flows moderated. The LG Electronics India IPO made headlines with its blockbuster oversubscription. Investors bid for over 54 times the shares on offer. The 11 rupees 607 crore issue received a record-setting total of bids worth 4.4 lakh rupees crore, surpassing all previous subscription milestones for large Indian IPOs. This remarkable demand was driven by strong interest from both institutional and retail investors, setting LG's IPO apart as one of the most sought-after public listings in recent years. For Nifty 50, immediate support sits at 25,000 and then 24,900. Resistance zones are at 25,200, with a breakout toward 25,350 and 25,500 in the coming sessions if the rally continues. Positions above 25,200 may trigger short covering and further bullish moves. Bank Nifty trades resiliently around 56,190, holding support at 55,900 and facing resistance at 56,500. Watch for a sustained move above 56,500 to open the doors for a run toward 57,000. Momentum indicators remain bullish with positive crossovers on daily charts. However, traders are advised to maintain strict stop losses given possible volatility at upper resistance bands. Crude oil stabilized near $61, showing mild positives on technical charts after rebounding from support zones. Recent rallies may face resistance close to 62. Gold, after a multi-session surge, has corrected and is now consolidating near $3,997, still up strongly for the year but exposed to fast profit booking. Silver trades at 47, attempting to hold record levels. Continued strength is likely only if it stays above 46, with targets toward 51 on further momentum. Base metals led by copper and aluminum continue their bullish streak. Copper prices have surged past $10,000 per ton globally due to supply disruptions and strong demand out of Asia. Given this morning's resilience, traders should stay nimble. Focus on dips near support levels for Nifty and Bank Nifty, protecting positions with tight stop losses. The US dollar's ongoing rally can increase volatility. Watch for sector rotation, especially in IT, metals, and banks. Day traders may look to ride momentum in stocks showing above average volume and strong price action, while investors could accumulate high-quality names in corrective dips. Stay tuned for the evening wrap and send in your questions. Connect with us for real-time insights, and let's ride this market together. Have a fantastic trading day.